Good morning, everybody. I'm Uriel Bowser. I am the mayor of Washington, D.C., and I'm here to provide a regular update from the government of the District of Columbia on our recovery efforts from the blizzard of 2016. We're now 36 hours into our big dig out, and we are here at the Armory, the headquarters of the district's National Guard. Let's hear it for our troops. I want to recognize General Schwartz and thank him for his hospitality, and also thank him for the very professional support of the Guard, who has really helped us in this recovery effort. And so we are grateful for their support. We're making a lot of progress. We're now, as I mentioned, in our 36 hours since the snow stopped, and our goal yesterday and last night was to continue to make our major streets and arteries passable, and based on our most recent assessment, we feel like we're making a lot of progress there. We are, of course, also tackling the residential streets. We knew that we would have, with 24 inches of snow in the district and very cold temperatures throughout the week, several days of cleanup ahead of us. We know that we're going to be dealing with snow all of this week. We are using different equipment for smaller residential roads. We just yesterday morning talked about the big infusion of additional equipment that we have gotten in the District of Columbia from all across the country, including bobcats and other smaller equipment that's going to help us there today. We're also bringing in new operators. We have had our crews and contract crews on 12-hour shifts since Friday. We are recruiting folks who are experienced and working with this kind of equipment, and we will be bringing in fresh resources throughout our response. We are making our major roadways passable. The district has over 4,400 miles of roadway, and we are making our way through all of it. We have a lot of ground to cover, and we know, and we will keep you updated this week on the progress that we're making. It's important to note that the roads are still dangerous. We talked to you about the weather conditions, and it's getting warmer during the day and freezing at night, so any wet surfaces can become icy. Walkways, sidewalks, and roadways. We are still in a snow emergency in Washington, D.C., and I'm operating under a state of emergency in the district as well. Do not park in a snow emergency lane. You will be ticketed and you will be towed. I would continue to urge people to stay off the roads as well. We need access to all of the roadway, curb to curb, in order to not only have travel lanes available, but we also need to clean out our parking lanes as well. So continue to stay home. It is important to note, if you come out in a vehicle, and trust me, a lot of vehicles think they can make it out because they see the main roads and they're getting stuck. We cannot have vehicles abandoned on our streets, and if your car becomes stuck and abandoned, we will ticket and tow you as well. So please stay in so you don't get stuck and face those fines. We urge you to keep shoveling, and we're very grateful for a team of volunteers who have been and spanned the District of Columbia to help people who need it. But if you see somebody in need of help, please continue to shovel in front of your homes. We're also asking our business owners to do the same. Many people are on our in our business corridors, and they're walking in the streets, which is not safe for them or our emergency vehicles. So please, business owners, shovel in front of your walkways. I talked a little bit yesterday about trash and trash pickup. We have suspended trash collection in the district for today and tomorrow, and most likely on Wednesday. We will attempt to resume regular trash pickup this Thursday. We will post to the neighborhood listservs all the things that you can expect regarding trash pickup. We are going to make an effort to get the city litter cans that are in our commercial corridors, but we would just also remind residents, do not put your residential trash in a city can. It's against the law. Do not do that. And we're going to make attempts to get to the city cans just as soon as possible. Let me just go over a few of the operational requirement items for the District of Columbia, and then Chris Gelthardt will come up to answer questions and talk more about our recovery response. We're joined by Metro officials who at 11 a.m. Will announce that all Metro stations in the District of Columbia beginning at 11 a.m. Will be open, save one station who will be coming on very shortly after that. Metro will continue to advise the district on bus service improvements in the District of Columbia, but they continue to operate on their Lifeline service today. Chris and team will talk a little bit more about our road efforts, especially in residential neighborhoods. Our police chief is here to answer any questions for the Metropolitan Police Department, as well as our fire and emergency management chief is here as well. We are working very hard today to get DC government open tomorrow. You will recognize that government workers for the district provide local service to residents. And so we will make every effort to be open tomorrow and hope to have a decision by our evening brief. Likewise, we like to get our schools open, and we're working very hard to understand what transportation will be available, and we will be making decisions about schools also by our evening brief. So with that, I'm going to ask Director Gelthardt to offer any further comments about our recovery phase.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. My name is Chris Keller. I'm the Director of DC's Homeland Security and Emergency Management Agency. As we talked throughout this entire storm, this is 24 inches of snow in the District of Columbia. We mentioned that this is going to take some time and well into this week to do the cleanup. You can see that from across the region and within our own district, all of the services and all the folks that are out there. Under the mayor's leadership, we are actually sharing resources across areas, such as our PEPCO is sharing resources with the Metro system. We're sharing resources across the board. This is a giant team effort under the leadership of the mayor to get this cleaned up. But like we said, we are going to be dealing with snow all week. We said that from the outset. We're still doing it. We're doing everything we can to get the roads passable, to get the sidewalks open for folks, to get folks where they need to get to, and to get the district back to normal operations. It's still going to take some time. So we ask the public to work with us as they have. This city truly has come together. We've seen neighbors helping neighbors. We've seen volunteers out there helping folks to shovel out, and we ask that you continue to help us with those processes. Our sidewalks need to get cleared. We need to get folks off of the street. Just this morning, we have open Metro stations, and that is awesome. But what I see coming out of the Metro stations are groups of folks that then, once they get out, don't have a sidewalk to walk on, or there's a shoveled sidewalk and we're not choosing to walk on it because there's a big bank of snow you got to jump over to get there. We just got to encourage folks, continue to help us with your residential areas as far as shoveling in front of your walks, shoveling your walkways in front of your houses, and making cuts in those so that folks can walk on the sidewalks and not on the streets. And that's the big message that we have. Our Metro system coming up will help us with getting people around, but we really need to focus now on getting the snow cleared out. And we'll be doing that with all efforts from all of our agencies and your help. With that, let me see if we have any questions from the audience. Sir.
Chris, when you look at Manhattan, got more snow than DC, and they, in much quicker order, were back to schools in session, roads being clear. Is there more that should have been done here in the district?
No, and actually, I would ask you to say, are the roads cleared? And the schools may be open, and is it a safe situation for those children to get there? That's Mayor de Blasio's call and his folks advising him. Here in the district, we know our conditions and what our roadways look like and what it's like for our residents and children out there, and we're making the best decision we can make here.
Is it an unfair comparison between?
It's a total unfair comparison.
Tell me why.
If you look outside, just like here, if you look at our major corridors, 395, 295, 695, some of our major roadways throughout the district, they're down to bare pavement, and the snow is cleared from many of those curb to curb. You can see guardrails on 395. So that's what you see in the pictures from New York as well. Just like New York, when you get beyond those main thoroughfares and get out into off your major arterials, they look the same. Sir.
Chris, the mayor mentioned that you're still towing and ticketing cars. Martin Seagraves tells me there's like 500 cars that have been towed. How do people get their cars back? Is anyone here from Blue Plains who can tell us, do they have to dig out those cars? I understand they're covered with snow too. What's happening with people? How do you get your car back?
Actually, let's turn to the chief about the towing that we're doing at DPW as far as how we're getting the cars out.
My car's been towed, it has not been. How do you get it?
So there's a couple of answers. I'll give you some. I'll let DPW answer the rest. In a 12-hour period yesterday, there was about 106 cars that had to be towed that were left abandoned or in roadways. And so MPD has to issue a citation, and then DPW, or in some cases a contract crane or private crane, had to be used to come in and move those. So depending on who towed the car as to where they will be. And there is a main number you can call to try and find out where your car was taken, if it was relocated or impounded by the district. In some cases, we try to relocate. I know DPW will relocate, and so there's a main number you can call for that. So it just depends if it was taken to the impound lot or taken somewhere else. As far as cars being covered over in the impound lot, the ones we've moved since during the snowstorm, if they're in an impound lot, then we'll make those vehicles accessible for you to get them out. So I'll let Chris talk about how you would go about getting cars from the DPW lot.
If you would say who you are.
Sure. My name is Christopher Shorter, Director of the Department of Public Works here in the district. And the chief was right in that you can contact 311. There's a vehicle locator service in the district. So if your vehicle has been moved, whether it's down the street or actually in an impoundment lot by a private hauler, you can call 311 to get your vehicle located.
Can I ask the chief a question? Chief, we've seen cars that are in front of their homes where the plows have cleared the street, they're now buried, and the only way to dig out of your car would be to stand in the street. What do you tell people whose cars are now buried by the plows going through to dig out without getting hit by a car themselves?
So there's a balance here, and I think what we're trying to do is with this balance, if you look at what, even just in the downtown areas right now, one of the leading causes of pedestrian fatalities when there's not a snowstorm like this is pedestrians in a crosswalk crossing legally while people are making right-hand turns without good visibility. And look at all the snow piles we have now on our corners. And so those pedestrians that we have out in our communities walking, many of which who are walking in the street, are really just increasing the chances of someone getting injured or killed because the drivers can't see them. So same thing with shoveling your car out. We ask that you balance getting your car out with your own safety. We have police officers that are assigned with these heavy crews that are out here, but these are big pieces of equipment. They have very low visibility. Drivers sit way up in the air, and their ability to see pedestrians on the ground while they're trying to clear snow is limited. So we'll do the best we can to try and make sure people are safe out there, but we ask that people use some good common sense about when they go out to clear their car and how they're positioning themselves while they're clearing the car. If there's heavy equipment coming through the area, we're asking pedestrians to clear that area, and in some cases we're having to use police officers to lock down those areas because we don't want people getting injured while we're trying to do our job. And to the 106 cars that got towed in the 12-hour period the other day, that's 106 times that the drivers and the crews couldn't get their forward progress, couldn't keep moving. They had to stop and wait for this process. So I know everybody is anxious to get out and people have things they need to do, but please balance that with letting us get the streets clear and doing it safely.
You mentioned that the mayor mentioned that the city was bringing in plow drivers or recruiting plow drivers to backfill. Can you talk about that? What's the maximum number of hours that drivers have been out this weekend? Have there been reported accidents from plow drivers who have been out for extended periods of time?
Sure. I'll have our DPW director talk about some of the specifics in that. But we are recruiting. We're not only recruiting, we're going out through all mechanisms that we have, whether it be through contract mechanisms or through other states, and asking. We've done several asks through our emergency management structure in the United States to ask for additional resources coming in. We're getting a very large snow melter in from Indiana. That went through that process. We have trucks coming in from Connecticut, all over the country, as the mayor said, and to that end, under the mayor's guidance, we are going to be seeking FEMA's assistance, federal assistance in this as we go forward, and we're going to continue to reach out across the country to bring in the crews and folks and equipment that we need to get us back to where we need to be. So, Chris, do you want to talk about some of the particulars on that?
Sure, and to address the question of hours, so we've been operating, as the mayor has said a few times, under 12-hour shifts. So we're really partnering with district government agencies like the Office of the State Superintendent of Education's Student Transportation Division. So our school bus drivers have CDLs. So we're actually working with them to make sure that they get into our crews and begin to supplement our effort. We also have partnerships with DC Water. They're CDL drivers. So we're trying to make sure we leverage the partnerships in the district between district government agencies and those agencies that support our work.
So those bus drivers actually working like a plow, or is that a particular skill set?
It is, especially with backhoes, there is a very particular skill set. But yes, we're assessing their skills, their background, if they have a CDL, and we are making sure that they can operate, the vehicles. There is a training component, and we make sure that they are driving with our regular crews before they're out on the road.
One more follow-up. You're talking about clearing secondary roads now. There's a lot of secondary roads, and I think, even if you go downtown, 14th Street is clear, but 11th is not so much. Where are you prioritizing the secondary road clearing today? Is it the downtown core? Is it the residential neighborhoods? Can you explain that a little bit more?
Sure. Our priority is to clean the entire city, of course. We're going through that in a very methodical and thought out manner. And what we've seen in a storm like this, with as much snow as that we get, we want to concentrate our resources in certain areas, in the areas that we've laid out, which are across the entire district. Clear out an area, get as clear as we can there, and move to the next area. Spreading the resources all over and just barely scraping along throughout the whole city, not a good way to do it for this storm. That may work with smaller storms. With this one, you really need to concentrate resources and move through the zones. And you can find those maps on our snow.dc.gov website. We're really concentrating forces and hitting hard and then moving to the next sector within those zones so that we're really clearing out. Next question.
Follow up on that subject. I toured downtown this morning. I saw police had blocked off some of the streets while the trucks were getting the snow out of the way. But it still looked like downtown was unpassable. And Mass Avenue was one lane, but it's only 3 or 4. Is downtown going to be ready tomorrow if, in fact, people try to come back to work on Metro or to drive into the garages?
That's our goal. Our goal is to make it so that we can get back to business in the District of Columbia tomorrow with the government's business. But again, Tom, I'm going to say this again and again. This was a historic storm. We're dealing with removing a lot of snow. It's not just plowing it off to the sides as you may be able to do in a suburban area. We have to plow it, open up lanes so that we can have people travel, and then we need to pick it all up and get it out of here so that we have full access. People have places to park, people can get by on the roads, and we're not putting our pedestrians in danger. So this is a long effort. We're going to keep it going. Our goal absolutely is to have that cleared by tomorrow morning. We'll see if we can reach there.
Are you satisfied with the response so far, and do you have all of the equipment you need to get the district back open?
We're making very good progress. Our crews, as we said, are working 12-hour shifts. We have continuously improving that, bringing new crews in, bringing more equipment onto the street. And as you can imagine, as we're doing operations like that, equipment is breaking down. We're getting it back into service. This is a full-out operation. We're bringing all resources we have to bear on it. Next question.
Can we ask Dan Stessel a question?
I'm sorry, 1 second. Yes.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Can we ask Dan Stessel a question? Sure. Can you give us a hint? I talked to some people this morning, and what operations were available on the rail were great. more treacherous getting to the train station. Can you give us a hint as how you're going to be coming back gradually? You mentioned all stations open in the
All
city.
stations in the District of Columbia except for Benning Road. So let me tick that off for you. So Metro Rail opened with underground service on 3 lines, limited as of 7 a.m. this morning. And we're not charging fares on rail or bus today. Now, as of 11 a.m., we're extending those services. So the orange line will run between Ballston in Virginia all the way out to New Carrollton in Prince George's County. The red line will run from Medical Center all the way out to Glenmont. Okay, so that includes above ground service now on the red line on the east side. And the green line will be extended now from Fort Totten all the way down to Branch Avenue on the south end. So as of 11 a.m., that's 20 more metro stations coming online. We said yesterday we would be restoring service as soon as it was ready to do so. That's what we're doing. And so the work continues. We have still more work to do, digging out rail lines and rail yards all across the system. The Silver Line in particular is one that's going to require an area of focus because it's to the northwest and that's where more snow fell. But we're going to keep plugging away at that. As the mayor mentioned, Lifeline bus service starts at noon and will run until 5 p.m. today. So it's just 5 hours of service with buses running on 22 of our most essential routes in all 3 jurisdictions. So you want to check our website to see what those routes are, with buses running once every half hour at the top and bottom of the hour. And we're also going to announce that there are 2 additional bus routes, in addition to what we announced yesterday, that will come online at noon today. And those are our airport services. The B30, which provides service between Greenbelt and BWI Airport, will run, although it's important to note that there is no rail service at Greenbelt Station. When you get there, you still can park at Greenbelt Station and take a bus, the B30 to BWI, as well as the 5A, which runs from L'Enfant Plaza to Dulles International.
How late are the trains running tonight and how early tomorrow?
Sure. So we're going to close at our regular time, which is midnight, and our expectation is that we will open at a regular time tomorrow. We will have further information about what tomorrow's service is going to look like. Obviously, as the mayor said, our goal is to get full service restored as quickly as possible. We share that goal, but we'll have more to say on that later today.
Again, folks, as you saw from Metro and as we've talked about, and if you look at the airports as well, we're all coming back incrementally. This is a storm that spanned from the southeast all the way up the coast, and that's what you'll see across all of that. You know, as we all dig out, you'll see the incremental progress that comes on. We're all striving to make that incremental progress as quickly as possible, and that's what we're all doing in this. Sir?
You mentioned the snow removal process. Talk about how big of a job that is. You've got these growing mountains of snow out here. Why is it necessary to pull that out of the neighborhoods and start piling those mountains? We're just going to be there for weeks.
Actually, and to hit the end part of your question first, our goal is to not have mountains of snow for weeks, which is why we're doing most of, all of our efforts in bringing in all the appropriate equipment so that we can deal with this all the way through. 24 inches of snow across 4,400 miles of, we have a lot of snow that we're going to be moving. And that's not just the snow we're plowing off the streets, it's what's being shoveled off the sidewalks, it's what's being shoveled off of cars. All of that is coming in. All of it needs to be picked up so that we can get back to normal. Those processes of actually picking up the snow could very well and most likely will go into next week as we're picking up snow. We want the city back now, just like everybody else does, and that's our goal. Our goal is to get operations back and get the cleanup done just as quickly as we can.
The fire chief or the police chief speak to average response time over the past couple of days as compared to a non-storm time? Have you analyzed those yet?
We look at it shift by shift, and with the average number of calls down almost 60%, especially during the storm, our response times were almost identical to what they were before because officers were stationed out in the community in high numbers. We had very good participation officers coming to work, and then a significant drop-off in the number of calls for service. So we were seeing response times for priority 1 calls for MPD right around where they normally are, under 7 minutes from the time the caller calls in. Now, our call volume obviously starting to pick back up, but we still have good resources out there, so we have not seen an impact on our response times yet. But we've got a lot of people here, and typically I'm holding each shift 3 or 4 hours over, so we have an overlap during that, that time when we have those peaks. So we'll keep doing that until we feel like there's no chance that we're going to have an impact on our response times.
Do you have a sense of the cost of this recovery? Are you going to have a snow budget left after this?
Yes.
To elaborate just a little bit on that, what I mentioned earlier, the request for federal resources, that is going to help us tremendously with the huge costs of this. Just like with every disaster, the Federal Emergency Management Agency has a process with the Disaster Relief Fund and where they assist the states in this. We're applying for that, as is many other states for this storm. That will help us in that regard.
On the homeless
Sir?
side, I have a question about the schools. I understand some schools are trying to feed kids, you know, school lunch and that. What is there someone from the school system up there? Or?
Sure, let me ask.
Good morning. We recognize that when our schools are closed, many of our young people don't eat. And so in an effort to provide meals for students and families, we have 10 schools across the city, in most of the wards, if not every ward, where we have a school building open where our young people and our families can go and receive a bag lunch and breakfast that they can take home with them to try to address some of the nutritional issues that we face in times like these. Say it again.
And how are you getting the information to the kids?
So we have spread this the same way we spread our notification about school closing. It's been on all of the news stations. We've used social media. We've used neighborhood listservs and community resources to get the word out.
Ms. Anderson, can you talk to us about some of the challenges that you face with the decision-making, when to reopen, what things need to fall into place?
Sure, absolutely. One of the first things that we want to make sure our young people is safe when they are on their way to school. And so we really commend HCMA and DPW for the work that they've done in terms of getting our roadways and our sidewalks clear. The Department of General Services is a huge resource to us in terms of making sure that our school roadways and walkways are clear. And we hope that by tomorrow we'll be able to ensure that that is working. We also have to make sure that our metro is running, because many of our teachers and our students actually rely on buses and trains to get to school. So the first real priority is making sure that people can move safely. And then it's always our first priority to try, or second priority after safety, to try to keep our schools open, because we know that many of our young people are safe and fed in schools, and so and instruction is paramount. So we want to get our schools open as quickly as possible, and we're working with our government partners to try to do that.
You hear some parents say, oh my gosh, school's going to be closed all week around the area. I mean, what do you say to parents who are wondering, is there going to be any school this week? Is there a sense there may be school before the week's out?
Well, in DC Public Schools, my job is to keep schools open. And so whenever there's a call, my preference is open. And then I have to defer to my partners who tell me it's not safe or what have you. We will endeavor to open our schools as quickly as possible. Other jurisdictions don't face the same consequences that we do. They have different geographic positioning, they have different transportation needs, and so we make the decisions that are right for our jurisdictions and our families, and we're working to get our young people back in school as quickly as possible. Thank you.
Mayor Bowser, real quick on expectations out there. I'm seeing people with comments on listservs saying they've done better before when we had these big storms. Can you compare this storm, what it's been like to battle this one, compared to some of the big ones we've had in the past?
Yeah, that would be the question. Which big one?
We've had Snowmageddon, you know, I mean, is there any comparison?
I better let you answer.
Okay. Since the Knickerbocker storm, this is the largest storm that we've had in one falling of snow. When we had Snowmageddon, that was multiple storms over a period of time. I would agree with the mayor and say which storm was performed better in. I can tell you that I participated in snow removal efforts and with the government here over the past 3.5, almost 4 years now, and I can say the resources put into this and the leadership put into this and the workings of all the different agencies together, not just the agencies, but all of our partners, PEPCO, Metro, the team that's all working on this together all the time. is unprecedented, as I've seen.
Let me just, I didn't mean to be quick with you, because certainly I understand people's anxiety and wanting to get back to normal. And that is our, quite frankly, that's our sense of urgency too. We want the city to get back to normal just as soon as possible. But every reasonable person understands this. You can't have the number of pieces of equipment we have, which is significant, on every road in the same 24-hour period. That's why we started talking about this storm, because we want people to recognize we're going to get to every street, but we can't have the pieces of equipment on every street at the same time. And so that's why the team has really working through all the zones. Our snow districts are divided into 14, and we're working through a methodical process at this point in the recovery from this storm to get to everybody in the most efficient way possible. So that's where we are. Every storm is different. This one lasted 36 hours, dropped over 20 inches of snow in Washington, D.C., and we have the opportunity now to see a lot of progress. I think some of you were here, was it yesterday? Yesterday, to see the additional resources that we've brought in that have been dispatched to every zone in the District of Columbia. So thanks for that question.
A couple times, Mayor, Mr. Geller, you said that there's 2 feet of snow, 20 inches of snow. The official record in D.C. is 17.8 inches.
Actually, that's not the official record. And actually, if you took that official record, it'd be the official record for Virginia, because that's where it's being taken. Okay?
What are you guys using as your number that you're going to put forward to FEMA as the number that...
Across the district, we've seen from 20 to up to 23 inches of snow, perhaps, in some of the areas, especially our northwest area. We're looking at getting it accurate from that area. But in general, we got 22 inches of snow in the District of Columbia.
Hey guys, gotta wrap it up.
On the homeless issue,
Thank you.
are you guys going to leave a full emergency in place for the homeless?
Yes.
Thank you all. Thank you.